from East Lansing Police Department. And so as we struggle and as this person might have even more power and East Lansing Police Department might have more power, I just encourage everyone to get to know the candidates and please exercise your rights to vote, which is you must be registered to vote, and then also please show up because it's dangerous what's happened once again. So the next thing I wanted to mention as far as our nation goes that Chairman Connerly reminded me of, I asked our city manager for other Big Tens that had use of force incidents this week, and nobody did. So just city of East Lansing that some reason or another decided to respond the way they did. As a mother of a sophomore at Michigan State, a senior at East Lansing High School, and a freshman, I don't want my kids experiencing that. These are children. I don't want my daughter getting tased if she goes out to the bars at night in the city of East Lansing. And I don't want her possibility of that happening because of the color of her skin increasing either. We must have fairness and we must have transparency in this process. The next thing I wanted to say is the dollars. So we talked about, so there was a time that East Lansing Info came out with an article on the top 3 highest paid people in the city of East Lansing. These are East Lansing public employees. The top 3 highest paid are on East Lansing Police Department, and we could not get those names. They could not get those names. So transparency can't even exist on minor things, such as who's the highest paid, why is that, and how can we express interest in maybe wanting to do something different than have our police officers be the 3 top highest paid. And so the next thing around dollars I want to mention is our city income taxes. We say and we know that a large percentage of income taxes for people who live in the city go towards public safety. But I also want to say we collect income taxes from people that work in the city of East Lansing as well. So that means people outside of East Lansing also fund our police department. Sometimes there's these questions about, did they live here or were they students? Why does it matter? We don't exist we don't have a whatever that thing is, that see-through where you can maybe go in or not. We don't have that. We go back and forth between City of East Lansing and Lansing. I have no idea why that's a question. And then if it is, dollars come from outside the community to fund public safety. Therefore, they owe it to everybody that comes here to treat us fairly. And the final thing I want to say is yes. Despite me meeting with our mayor, city manager, mayor pro tem, with the MSU president and the athletic director and a few others from Michigan State, I mentioned on Monday when we met that I had seen footage, and he didn't take that as an opportunity to remember that he never informed me of what happened over the weekend. He never called me afterwards or met with me, but we had a standing meeting that I try to schedule. So we scheduled a meeting on Thursday, so just yesterday, he apologized to me for not informing me of what was going on over the weekend. And I said, did the other council members know? Yes, they did. And his reason is, he went in alphabetical order, and then he forgot about me because my last name is Watson. I want to write him up, and I would like to put him on a PIP. Nobody else should go through what I've gone through, and I am not running for re-election, but I'm not gone until the bitter end, which is in November, and I will set paces so that hopefully nobody is forgotten for ridiculous excuses or for me, obvious excuses. I am the most outspoken council member regarding police and transparency. And the final thing, I do have one more final thing, is body-worn camera. Having access to body-worn camera means having access to the conversations that took place. I've heard from other people in the community, and we've heard from people that stood up. The police are having these verbal conversations with people that are not de-escalation tactics. And so I'm curious, and the community deserves to know also what exchanges are taking place, what's coming out of the police officers' mouths, and what's coming out of the person's mouths, whether they're asking them to lay down on the ground, or whether they're seeing themselves as breaking up a fight in the community. And so thank you all for your time.